On Thursday, February 6, at St. Leon Armenian Church in New Jersey, took place a screening of a documentary film titled Nisho's Flute. Directed by Sedat Kiran, Nisho's Flute tells the moving story of two artists, Nishan Dikran, Master Nişo, an Armenian craftsman of wind instruments, and Zülfü Yokuş, Zilfo, a Kurdish kaval player set against the backdrop of the Armenian Genocide. After surviving the genocide and returning to Diyarbakir with his mother, Nişo mastered his craft, becoming renowned for his kavals. Zilfo, who lost his sight due to the grief over his father's death, achieved fame for his exceptional kaval playing. Their shared passion brought them together, creating a unique friendship that transcended cultural barriers. Through interviews with their children and contemporary musicians inspired by their legacy, the documentary film highlights how art can foster resilience and unity in the face of mass crime and tragedy.
Aşağıya azadiyet hatırlıyorsunuz? Rızgo. Tamam. Bravo. Hatırladınız. Peki Marangozlar'da bir nişan usta vardı. Hatırladınız? Tanıdın? İşte ben onun oğluyum, beraberim. Ben İbrahim. Hatırladınız?
Çünkü benim çocuğuyken öyle bir emeğim geçti benim. Babam çok iyi kaval çalardı.
Babamda Karayolları çıktı.
Bakan, burada bakalya dükkanımız vardı. Köyden herkes gelip ondan kaval yaptırdılar. Bize tanıdığımız için babam beni gönderdi. Ben ondan yaptırdım. Allah rahmet eylesin.
Sağ olun, teşekkür ederim. Sağ olun.
The screening followed by a presentation by musician, composer, and ethnomusicologist Ara Dinkchan, who spoke about several important 19th and 20th century Armenian instrument makers and performers. Among them, Avetis Zildjian, whose family started making cymbals since 1623, Kamancha maker Baron Baronak, oud maker Onik Karibian, Greek bazooka maker Zosef Terzivazian, and others. Ara Dinkchan also highlighted the names of several Armenian singers who immigrated to US in the turn of 20th century and recorded Kurdish music with American recording companies. Amongst them Khostov Malul, born in 1884 in Diyarbakir, Garegin Prudian, born the same year, also from Diyarbakir, and several others. Interestingly, Garegin Prudian lived and died in New Jersey, not too far from St. Leon Church.
The next gentleman I'd like to talk to is Garegin Prudian, born the same year, 1884, the same city, Diyarbakir. He married Khosrov's sister, Hayganush. So they were brother-in-laws. He arrived in America in 1912. He recorded for Columbia, Victor, Oriental, Sohag, and Parsekian Records. He died in 1977 at the Emerson Old Age Home. Yes.
Ara Dinkchan also played rare surviving recordings by several Armenian artists, which he described as literally the voices of our ancestors. The evening concluded with panel discussion with participation of Murat Nishan, Masters Nisho's son, Aradinkcan, and moderated by artist, filmmaker, and scholar Aida Erbal. In a wide-ranging conversation, the panelists discussed the making of the film, as well as the history, language, and culture of Armenians in Tigranakert region.
How Sedat and your paths did cross?
Okay. This is very interesting. This movie, it takes 4.5 years to finish. Sedat, they come, they invite my brothers, they said, but they don't say anything about that. But my brother, if you watch, it is very genuinely, they speak what they know. And very interesting, they have a lot of Kurdish people, they looking for some kind of Armenian issue. When I went Diyarbakir, we meet Sedat too. Sedat is very good. They find these two people, one of my father and one of this Zülfü. Think about it. They give very simple message to people.
Yeah.
This is documentary, but this is touch a lot of people's heart. Because this movie, we make the gala in Dikranagert, Surgragos Church. About 400 people they come, included mayor of the Diyarbakir. And a lot of people, they come, my brothers, they try to kiss their hand. How can we did this like that for you? We are not believe that. And really, really very interesting. This is documentary, but also they have a touch everybody's heart. They give two simple message. What happened to you, not important. My father, they lost father, two brothers, and he never obsessed that point. He always looked to further. He became a very famous master about the kaval zurna. Everybody is in Diyarbakir, when I was living, everybody it's give the honor my fathers, because everybody it's like, till now they are asking for him.
Amazing.
Imagine, yeah.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, this is a story of resilience, as you were saying. Like
Yes.
going beyond what happened to them and then excelling,
Yes.
in what you're doing, and then make a name for yourself, but also for your family, because everybody now knows Nişo as, at one point, I don't know how many of you paid attention. At one point, one of the, I forgot who, but he said something to the extent of, oh, at some point, we didn't know this as kaval, we knew this as Nişo, because Nisho's name, like a generic
brand
name.
name.
It's not even a brand name. It became like a generic name for the instrument itself.
Aida Erbal also asked Aradinkcan if he learned anything new from the film.
The thing that I learned most about is this identity of this remarkable kaval maker, Nişo. I didn't know about him. I'm embarrassed to say that I didn't know about him, and I'm very grateful that this film was made. That said, forgive me, but everything else was so familiar to me.
Yeah.
I understood the way they were walking, and I understood the music, and I understood the way they greeted each other, and I understood the old lady. Everything seemed so familiar to me.
Yeah.
Just seeing images or moving pictures of that city, it just warms my heart, and it's precious to me.
Most importantly, Murat Nishan spoke about his brother's courage in talking about this dark chapter of the Armenian history in the film.
And I proud of my brother, Ibrahim, told this story because he take a lot of risk.
Yeah.
Because what they said, makes sense. And a lot of people are afraid to speak those issues in camera. Sure, everybody is feel afraid. This is nothing to do. But we said, look, you did your mission.
Yeah.
Every Dikran has to understand what our stories.
Yeah.
They have a lot of nice books.
Yeah.
They write it. But what I try to say, this motion picture, this cinematography, it's so effective.
It is, especially like the closing scene.
Yes, a lot of people, they like this movie. What we said, Diyarbakir people, they didn't know anything about that. When they watch, they come, they speak with us.
Yeah.
Dialogue starts. And that's why I would like to see the other Armenian people. I believe every Armenian people has to do like that documentary or some movie.
The panel also discussed the importance of preserving Tigranakert dialect, which is under threat of extinction.
I have two old books, I think published in the 60s from Yerevan. One is called Dikranagerdi Parpara, the other one Malatyai Parpara.
Yeah.
I mean, they're right next to each other, and yet they had their own Parpara.
Yeah.
And they are really endangered.
The evening concluded with engaging Q&A with the audience.
This documentary was wonderful. It had so much of my interest because it was about Armenians, it was about music, it was about history, it was about Diyarbakir, and I hope we get more documentaries like this to preserve our history for future generations.
I watch third time this movie, and every time I feel more excited, and really I live because I come from over there. It's affect my whole sense. But the other people reaction is more different than anybody else. It's a really good because every Armenian has to be nominated about those documentary or this kind of movie. It is really very effective, I find.